Okay, welcome back to another episode of Cooking with Mr. Dan. Today we're going to make a fast little dish. It's a side dish, good for barbecues, good when you eat fish. It's good for a lot of things. But anyway, it's a little different than your normal coleslaw. I didn't have any milk, so I made this already, but it went. Everybody loved it. My wife called it a fluffy coleslaw, but I didn't have any milk. That's what started the whole thing. I only had heavy cream. So I said, well, I'm going to do it with heavy cream. And I'm like, okay, we'll check it. So, yeah, some are already done. But anyhow, it's delicious. It tastes great and so easy. And it's only a few ingredients. So it's less ingredients than when I made my copycat KFC coleslaw. Okay, so without further ado, let's get to it. Okay, this is the main ingredient, I guess we could say. Well, one of the main ingredients. Anyhow, in here I have 2 pounds of shredded cabbage and 1 carrot. Now, the size of the carrot, for Florida standards, it was a decent sized carrot stick. For some other places I've been, they would have laughed at it. But anyway, it's 1 in there. I usually put more, but last time we made it, people commented, oh, it's too much carrot. So this time I backed off. You can put as much as you want in there, okay? Then we have 2/3 of a cup of regular granulated sugar, 2/3 of a cup of apple cider vinegar. You can use regular vinegar. I just like the apple cider. Then we have 1 cup of heavy cream, and we have a mixing bowl. So let's get to it. Okay, the reason I got 2 bowls like this is because I'm going to mix my liquid and sugar in this bowl. Then I'm going to pour it into the big bowl, and eventually it's all going to go back into here. I know it sounds crazy, but it is what it is. Okay, so the first things first, we're going to put our apple cider vinegar. I'm telling you, this is so easy. Oh, put our heavy cream in here. I'm going to let this sit off to the side, and you watch what happens. You think it's nothing in there, and then you can get a couple more drops out of it. Oh, whatever. And then we're going to put our regular sugar in here. And then I'm going to take my baby whisk. I like this thing. I tell you, my daughter's boyfriend's mother gave it to me as a Christmas. I use this a lot, man. I use it more than I use the bigger ones. Now you can also spice this up with whatever you want. Last time I did, I just used a little bit of pepper. I don't like putting salt in there because salt draws the moisture from the cabbage. Believe it or not, it does it with a lot of veggies, but it does do it with the cabbage. So I don't want to make it any more wet. You know what I mean? So we just stir this around till everything's mixed up, which I think it is. Put that there. We'll just do a little. That will do in here and see what happens here. Yeah, it's all mixed. Okay, so now we'll bring this back over here. Okay, and what I'm going to do here is just dump all the liquid and sugar into here. And this is just how easy it is. The only hard part with this is letting it sit in the refrigerator, because you really don't want to. This stuff is like, wait till you see what it looks like. It's crazy. I really think it's like a reaction between the heavy cream and the apple cider vinegar, but who knows? It's got to be all 3, but yeah, sure. Okay, then we're just going to mix. And we keep mixing until everything's well incorporated. Excuse me. Yeah, this is another recipe for summertime use, really. I mean, a lot of people have it with the barbecues. You get it at KFC. You can get it at Long John Silver's. A lot of restaurants serve coleslaw because it's easy to make. It was one of the cheaper things to make, but nowadays, I don't know if that's true anymore. Nothing's cheap anymore. Okay, so we're mixing and mixing, just like what's his name? I'm not saying it. And this is all there is to it, people. I'm telling you. when I get done doing this, I'm gonna set it in the refrigerator for a little bit, and then we'll be back. Let it cool down a little. I mean, it's not really that warm, but I'm supposed to let it sit for a couple hours, and overnight's even better. When we made this, we had a party on Father's Day, I think it was. There was nothing left. It was crazy. You know, you're looking at 2+ pounds of coleslaw. And there was a bunch of people here. Everybody took a little bit. Some people slapped it on their hot dogs. Some people slapped it on a hamburger. Some people ate it on the side. But at the end of the day, it was all gone. So, and everybody said the same thing. What I do to it, because it looks different. Well, here's the difference. If you can see it, it almost looks like it's like fluffy. Like my wife said, fluffy. All right. So what I'm going to do now is dump this in this here other bowl, because we're done mixing. And that's how easy this recipe is, and you guys would really love this. Let me put a little pepper in here real quick before I forget. And you know, you can still use the salt and pepper deal, but excuse me, I'd wait until, like when you're eating it, let people put it on themselves with the salt, I mean. Because if you leave it sitting there, you're going to pick up a lot of extra liquid from the salt and the cabbage doing their normal thing. So just mix this in a little bit. I'm telling you, if you can, I don't know if you can really see it on the camera, but it looks a little fluffier than normal. I don't remember where I found it. I looked up heavy cream, and I was like, oh, come on. Somebody already has it. Because I was going to do it, but I wasn't going to put that much. I was going to put like the normal recipe with the milk and all, the regular amount. But then I thought, well, let me just go look before I go doing that. So, and lo and behold, it's like everything else nowadays. Most of the time, you think you got an ingenious recipe, and bam, someone else did it. All right, so here you go. I'll put this in this bowl. And the reason I'm switching it back, it doesn't really matter, but it was easier to mix in the big bowl, number one. Number two, I have a lid for the blue one. Snap on. I know, not a tool set, guys. But nonetheless, it snaps on tight. So let me just, oh man, this is coming down. Look at that. Whew. I'm going to give this one little taste here just for spice check. Yeah. Good already. I wouldn't change nothing right now, knowing that it could use some salt, but the rest of it, it's got a nice little pucker effect from the apple cider vinegar. The sweetness is there, yes, everything's there, but it's like 3 ingredients plus the coleslaw, you're done. All right, we'll be back momentarily. Oh yeah, one thing I'll show you, see? Look. I forget who showed me that. We used to do it with the actual carton. Set the carton in the corner on an angle. And it doesn't, everything runs down the side, I guess, because it's so thick. But you get, you know, a little bit, not much, not really worth it, but I like showing it anyway. All right, we'll be back. Okay, guys, I'm going to take it to the taste test table here, but I just want to real quick put a little dab will do you of salt and pepper on there, and whammo. One more, bing, bing. That's a 2-pinch. All right, meet you at the table. Looking good. Okay, thank you, camera girl. We're at the taste test table. You got little Elmo. He's got the biggest grin on his face. Miss Penny calls this fluffy. Anyway, so far. Now you notice, like I said, I put the salt and pepper on, or I put salt on my own dish, but like I said, the main reason I don't put it in the coleslaw itself is because it'll pull the moisture out of the cabbage, and then it'll make it real soupy. You guys gotta try this. 3 ingredients and you're on your way to heaven. Oh, it's very good. Anyway, if you like the video, give us a thumbs up. Share with your friends, your family, cohorts in crime. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't yet. When you do, the notification bell will pop up. You hit that, that'll notify you each and every time we come up with another video. There's an arrow down button right below the video box on the right. You hit that. Drop down box will come down. They give you a link to the Cooking with Dad Facebook page, a link to my daughter's artwork site page, and a complete list of all the ingredients, all 4 of them, to make this wonderful, wonderful dish. So, stay hungry, my friends, and when you are, come back, and we will give you another delicious dish just like this. Are you hungry? Okay. So, this is Mr. Dan saying stay safe, stay out of COVID's way. Have a nice holiday, have a nice weekend, and we'll see you on the next video. Thank you for watching. What do you want now? Get out of the way.